Welcome back to Anfield Vibes, your go-to source for all things Liverpool FC. Big updates coming your way today. Konate fires back at totally false rumors. Steve Parish finally lifts the lid on Mark Guéhi's collapsed transfer. Florian Wirtz drops a big hint that could disrupt Liverpool's transfer strategy. Plus, there's a surprise injury update on Konate himself. And what's behind the so-called transfer curse affecting record buys like Alexander Isak? Stick around, like the video, subscribe, and let's dive into the chaos swirling around the Reds and their transfers. Ibrahima Konaté calls out fake stories amid speculation over his Liverpool future as teammate comments draw attention. The French defender could negotiate with clubs outside England starting January. During Liverpool's Premier League title celebration on his birthday in May, Konate appeared visibly annoyed when asked about his contract status. Known for his straightforward interviews, he didn't hold back when dismissing online chatter from earlier in the year. "I want to clarify one thing. All that stuff on social media completely false," Konate said. "I never demanded anything from Liverpool. They offered something and I responded, simple as that. Everything else, like me waiting or wanting something specific, is nonsense." He joked that even top journalists were claiming in November he was close to signing. "I saw it and laughed. Like they knew more than me," he added. Despite the celebratory nature of the day, Konate's annoyance was clear. Nearly 5 months later, he's still operating under the contract he signed when he arrived from RB Leipzig in 2021, with his future still unresolved. Cody Gakpo, who recently extended his stay, revealed his negotiations took nearly a year, highlighting how even smooth deals are far from quick. That could explain the lack of updates on Konate's contract amid continued Real Madrid rumors. Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk dealt with their own contract sagas last season, but didn't let them affect their form. Both signing 2-year extensions by April as Liverpool stormed to the league title by a 10-point margin, sealing it with 4 games to spare. Konate, however, isn't afforded the same luxury. His patchy form has come under the microscope following 3 consecutive losses. A shaky opening night against Bournemouth and a nervy second half at Newcastle were low points, though he bounced back with a strong performance in the 1-0 win over Arsenal before the September break. But overall, Konate hasn't matched last season's consistency when he and Van Dijk formed one of Europe's top centre-back pairings. "Everyone knows Virgil. He's the best in the world," Konate said back in January before a Champions League clash. "I've learned so much from him, Joel Matip, Joe Gomez, and the others. I've even said in interviews, I aim to be better than him one day." Meanwhile, Steve Parish has explained why Liverpool's late attempt to sign Mark Guéhi fell through. The Crystal Palace chairman revealed that the club's first-ever European campaign forced their hand. Liverpool had agreed on a 35-million deal, and Guehi was even scheduled for a medical in London on September 1st. However, when Brighton's Igor Julio opted for a loan to West Ham instead of Palace, the Eagles were left without a replacement. Reports also claimed Palace manager Oliver Glasner threatened to quit if Guehi was sold. The proposed switch to Liverpool was abandoned as a result. The Reds are now expected to revisit the deal next summer when Guehi becomes available on a free. "It's really that simple," said Parish. "Sometimes these decisions aren't black and white. After talking with my advisors, I felt we'd have a better season if Mark stayed." Parish added that being in the Conference League made the situation unique. "If it were a difference between finishing 10th or 14th, maybe we'd have sold. But this was more than just money. It was about momentum and opportunity." Guehi, eligible to discuss pre-contracts with non-English clubs from January, is also being tracked by Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and Barcelona on the Florian Wirtz front. Germany legend Jurgen Klinsmann has weighed in. The 116-million signing is yet to record a goal or assist for Liverpool, with the team losing 3 games on the bounce before the break. Still, Klinsmann believes Wirtz just needs time to settle. He's only 22. "Moving to a massive club for such a big fee, it's going to take time," Klinsmann told ESPN. "He'll adjust, and he'll show why Germany rates him so highly." The former Spurs striker added that Wirtz's slow start is no surprise. "Not everyone hits the ground running. Look at Nick Walter at Newcastle. 4 goals in 7 games, but every player is different. Klinsmann sees Wirtz becoming a huge influence at Anfield over time. He can play out wide, in the middle as a number 10. Liverpool are packed with attacking talent. It'll take time for Arne Slot to find the best fit. But make no mistake, Wirtz will come good, he continued. Slot has a tough job managing so many high-profile forwards, each eager to start. It's not easy psychologically. But at Liverpool, there's no time to wait. You need to win now. Wirtz chose this path. Now he has to adapt and grow into it. Looking ahead, Liverpool resume action against Manchester United on Sunday, October 19th. However, they may be without Konate, who recently pulled out of France duty. He had featured in the loss to Chelsea but was forced off with injury. Off the pitch, Konate remains grounded. He credits his 5 older brothers, Diaoye, Sarema, Mambi, Siku, and Moria, for shaping him. "They've always kept me humble," he told West France. "From my early days in Paris to now at Liverpool, they've been a constant source of support." When he moved to Leipzig in 2017, Konate said he deliberately avoided flashy purchases. "No new car, no expensive clothes. I didn't want my brothers to think I'd changed," he said. Eventually, they convinced him to loosen up, and he admitted to splurging on fashion. "I went a little overboard with clothes," he laughed. With many players struggling to trust those around them, Konate says he's lucky to have family who truly care. "Most people come to you for your fame, not who you are. But my brothers filter all of that. They protect me." He'll certainly be relying on them again as he faces career-defining decisions. His contract ends next year, and with Real Madrid and PSG interested, a free transfer looks possible. Meanwhile, Liverpool are eyeing Dayot Upamecano as a potential replacement. He, too, could leave Bayern for free, having rejected a new deal. Mark Guéhi remains on the radar, but Liverpool may face intense competition, now to Alexander Isak, Liverpool's record-breaking striker. After Florian Wirtz briefly held the title, Isak's 125-meter move from Newcastle made headlines. But big money moves often come with pressure and disappointment. In Premier League history, record transfers have rarely equated to title-winning success. Of the top 10 most expensive English transfers, only 2 players have won the league, Jack Grealish and Darwin Núñez. Grealish has 3 medals, but many argue he's underperformed for his 100-meter fee. Núñez, who left Liverpool after an up-and-down stint, never quite lived up to his 85-meter billing. Isak now carries that same weight. He's joining a team that looked sharp last season, but has stumbled early this term. Arne Slot must figure out how to maximize his new striker in a squad bursting with offensive options. Before Isak, it was Wirtz who smashed the British transfer record, beating the fee paid for Enzo Fernandez. The Argentine joined Chelsea for 105 euros after shining in Qatar and hasn't delivered a Premier League title yet, only winning the Conference League and Club World Cup. Moises. Caicedo followed him to Chelsea for up to 115 euros, but also hasn't propelled the team to title contention. Declan Rice, now at Arsenal after a 105-meter switch, has impressed and pushed his team to 2 second-place finishes, but still no silverware. Back in 2021, Chelsea splashed 97.5 meters to re-sign Romelu Lukaku. Though he started well, his performances dipped, and tensions with then-manager Thomas Tuchel led to his exit. He's since won in Italy, but the Premier League title eluded him, so can Isak buck the trend? Liverpool's hope is that he can thrive where others have struggled, by delivering not just goals, but trophies. The pressure is immense, but that's the reality of being a record signing in modern football.